Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Carlos and we're Marmalade Sauce, and this is the full series of the Attack on Titan What If Zeke had the Colossal Titan power.
So we all know how Bertha got the Colossal Titan power and Zeke got the Beast Titan power. What if this wasn't the case? What if Zeke got the Colossal Titan power instead of Berthold because he, in the whole group, Zeke was the overall best? This what if idea came from Made You Look. Alright guys, before we start off with this what if you haven't caught up to like the recent chapters of the Attack on Titan manga, I just want you to skip to this time skip that's on the screen so you don't get any spoilers. Alright, so hopefully if you're watching this, you have made it up to the manga at this point. So, one difference is Zeke wouldn't have met the previous Beast Titan user, so he wouldn't have a father-son relationship with him. Marcel, Annie, Reiner, and Zeke would arrive at Paradise Island, and as they make their way to Wall Maria, Marcel would get eaten by Ymir's mindless Titan. Reiner, Annie, and Zeke manages to escape. Annie would get mad at Reiner, but Zeke would step in and calm everything down and says that they will continue with the mission. They arrive at the Wall Maria and destroy the gate in Wall Maria. The attack would still go the same, with Aaron's mom getting eaten and Reiner would destroy the second gate. Reiner, Annie, and Zeke infiltrate and act as if they were orphans. They all have refuge in a safe place for people that were in attack. While they were there, Zeke bumps into Aaron and Aaron gets a slight shock and a vision of where his dad gave him his Titan power when he bumped into Zeke. Aaron would be confused and look back at Zeke, wondering what just happened. Mikasa and Armin ask what's wrong and he would say it's nothing. Years pass and they all join the scouts. Everyone introduces themselves to Commander Keith, and when Zeke introduces himself, he says his name is Zeke Yeager. Aaron notices this is his last name as well, but doesn't think much of it. When Aaron introduces himself, Zeke notices that his last name is also Yeager. Zeke is a bit skeptical about this. Everyone goes the same until the night when Aaron, Armin, Zeke, and Reiner go out. They all head to the cliff, and while they're heading over there, Aaron bumps into Zeke, which flashes another memory of his dad, but this time Gersha is holding a baby Zeke. Aaron is confused on why his dad was holding another baby and why he was with another woman who wasn't his mom. Everyone asks him what's wrong, and Aaron says it's nothing, and they keep on walking. Aaron talks about how he was training with Annie and she completely botted him during the combat training. Zeke laughs and pats him on the back, telling him how Annie beat Reiner in a fight too. As Zeke patted Aaron on the back, Aaron gets another flashback of his dad talking with a child. Aaron's dad is with this child and a woman in the room. It seems like the woman is Gersha's wife, and they're helping his son study. Gersha calls his son Zeke, and he tells him to keep studying. Aaron is confused and remembers how Zeke's last name is Yeager, and asks him if his dad was Gersha Yeager. Zeke denies this and says that his dad died in the Titan attack 5 years ago, and that he never met his mom. Aaron doesn't trust Zeke and runs back to the cabins with Armin, and they stay in the room where Jean is at because they do not trust Zeke or Reiner. Back to Zeke, he wonders how Aaron knew his dad and why he confronted him about it after they were joking around and laughing at Aaron's story. Zeke would be confused on how Aaron knows Gersha, or why does he know Gersha, or how Gersha was still alive after the police took him away to be executed. Zeke doesn't know how this is possible, but he knows that Aaron knows his father. This makes Zeke and Reiner suspicious of Aaron. The next day, Aaron tells Armin and Mikasa what he saw last night, and they kept their distance away from Zeke, Reiner, and Annie since she seems to be associated with them. Everything will go the same with their scout training, and Zeke would transform when Aaron and the others are cleaning the cannons. After that, everyone would still go to the same up till Aaron comes out of his Titan form for the first time. Zeke, Reiner, and Annie are there with others, and Zeke remembers the conversation in the cliff during the scout training and thinks that if anyone has the founding Titan, it has to be Aaron. Zeke remembers the conversation in the cliff during the scout training and thinks that if anyone has the founding Titan power, it has to be Aaron, even if it isn't. They still have to bring him back to Marley. Zeke, Reiner, and Annie all decide taking him to Marley and will be waiting for an opening to kidnap him. Everything else will go up to the same until the Battle of Tross, because this time Marco wouldn't die during the fight since he never heard Zeke, Reiner, and Annie having a conversation about being Titans since they already planned out to wait for a clear opening to kidnap Aaron in secret. So they have no reason to have a conversation about that again, especially when there is a lot of scouts in the area and that could hear them. Everything else goes the same. Aaron plugs up the hole, Levi saves him, and Aaron goes to court and is sent to be with the Levi squad to be of use to them. Aaron joins Levi squad just like in canon. Everyone else goes the same, with the rest of the scouts joining the expedition team to go outside the walls. To the female Titan attacking, fighting, and capturing Aaron for the first time. to the Survey Corps, finding out that Annie might be the female Titan. When they are discussing this, Eren actually thinks that she might be the female Titan, considering the similarities he saw between Annie and the female Titan. Plus, Eren was already suspicious towards Annie before, because he was suspicious of both Reiner and Zeke, and since Annie seemed to be associated with them, Eren grew suspicious of her. They go on with the trap of luring her underground, and when she refuses to go with Eren, Mikasa, and Armin, she gets prepared to transform into a Titan, but then is held down by other members of the Sorbet Corps. Annie then uses her ring to cut herself and turn into a Titan, killing the people who were trying to hold her down. Eren immediately transforms right after, because this time he's certain on transforming into a Titan and fighting Annie, unlike in the original show where he was unsure about fighting Annie, who was considered to be a comrade. But in this What If, Eren was already suspicious of Annie and didn't consider her to be a friend, and when everyone discussed about her being the female Titan, Eren was prepared to fight her if that happened to be the case. Eren and Annie started their fight much earlier, and not as many people get killed compared to the original show. Eren throws a lot of punches towards Annie, but they don't do much damage since Annie's defending herself with her hardening abilities. Eren manages to remember Annie's. Mikasa and Armin try to help Eren, but by attacking Annie and slicing off weak areas. Annie gets worried and she tries to harden her neck, but Eren grabs her neck and goes in to bite her neck off and consumes Annie, and she is dead for good. A couple of days later, Eren goes to Mikasa and Armin and tells them that they will confront Reiner and Zeke of his suspicions, and they tell the scout regiment about this and they make a plan. Eren goes to confront Zeke and Reiner and says that him and Zeke are half-brothers and that they could also do what Annie did. This shocks Zeke and Reiner, and then Eren tries to kill Zeke, but Reiner protects Zeke and gets cut. Reiner then transforms, and then Eren transforms, and they start to brawl it out. Zeke knows Reiner won't die from his Colossal Titan transformation, and so Zeke transforms, killing some of the scouts. Ymir is there, and she also transformed to help out Eren and the scouts. Ymir focused on taking out Zeke since they can't do anything to the armored Titan. Zeke lets out a roar, hoping to attract Titans to his location so they can help fight the scouts. Since Zeke has royal blood, he won't be able to control them. Ymir and the scouts charge at Zeke, but they can't get close since Zeke keeps emitting steam from his Colossal Titan, making it difficult for the scouts to attack him. Ymir manages to push through the Colossal steam and starts to climb up to the Colossal Titan, trying to get to the nave and kill Zeke. While Ymir tries to kill Zeke, Eren is losing badly against Reiner, and it doesn't seem like he's gonna win, but then he remembers his combat training with Annie and the technique she used against him. Reiner throws a punch at Eren, but Eren dodges it and pins Reiner down with Annie's technique. Reiner immediately tries to get out of it, but Eren won't let him go, and puts him in another joint lock. While Eren has Reiner in hold, Ymir's almost at the Colossal Titan's nape. However, she wasn't able to reach it with all the steam Zeke had him emitted. She's grabbed by a Titan. It's Bertholdt, inheriting the Beast Titan. Bertholdt showed up with Peak, and they get Ymir out of her Titan form, but they don't kill her. They bite off her limbs and put her on the Car Titan. The scouts charge at Bertholdt and Peak, but the Titans that heard Zeke roar arrived, and Zeke commands them to attack the scouts. There isn't many Titans, and the scouts are able to handle them pretty well. However, Zeke lets off an enormous amount of steam that's too much for the scouts to handle and gives the remaining Titans a chance to kill him. Back to Reiner, he manages to break out of the hole Eren had him in, but Eren decides to try using the hardening abilities he got from Annie when he ate Annie. He threw a hardening punch at Reiner, and it did a lot of damage. Reiner is stunned that Eren has this power and tries to fight more defensive now. Eren gets ready to throw another punch, but then he looks over to where Zeke is at and sees a horrible sight. All of his friends are getting eaten. Eren punches Reiner aside and immediately heads over to the scouts to save them. He's almost there, but then gets head towards Eren. Eren is desperately trying to get back up, but then he sees the Colossal Titan right in front of him. Zeke reaches over and picks up Eren, and then he eats him. Zeke consumes Eren and inherits the female attack and the Founding Titan. The last scouts gets killed, and Reiner, Bertholdt, Peak, Zeke head back to Mali to fight the war against the Middle East forces.
After the battle between Zeke and the scouts, the ones that survived in the scout side are Mikasa, Erwin, Hanji, Armin, and Levi. After the battle, they're all injured and mournful over the death of Eren, as well as the rest of their fallen comrades. They all head back inside the walls to get healed up. Time passes and everyone has recovered from the battle. Later on, Levi and some other scouts he's with get attacked by a random group and Levi recognizes one of them. It's Kenny. Levi takes out one of Kenny's men and with pure rage goes on to attack Kenny. Their fight goes similar to how it happened in season 3 of the original show, and eventually after the fight, the rest of the scouts, including Krista who hasn't revealed her real name yet, get involved with the Kenny situation and then eventually with the Reese family situation. Rod Reese hears that Krista is with Levi's group and asks if Kenny could bring her to him. Kenny agrees and sets out to find Krista. Kenny and his group meet up with the scouts and begin to fight. And Kenny manages to capture Krista. Krista is brought to Rod's location and they have a talk. Rod tells Krista about his past and tells Krista that because she has royal blood, they can work with Marley since he believes that they might come back and kill off the rest of humanity living on Paradis. Rod then asks Krista if she's willing to help. Krista tells him yes, but only to get more information about the plan and Marley. Rod shows Krista a syringe that can transform people into Titans. Rod says that if Marley is willing to negotiate, Krista could inherit the Founding Titan. While they are having this conversation, Levi and the rest of the scouts arrive at Krista's location and ask one more time if she agrees with his plan. Krista says yes, and Rod tells her that they need to leave this place soon. Right before they leave, Krista attacks Rod and takes the injection with her and tries to meet up with the scouts to deal the final blow to Kenny, killing him. Krista groups up with the scouts and she tells them everything that happened with Rod, his plan, and she tells them about the syringe. She reveals to them could come back and kill everyone else. Erwin suggests that everyone needs to be prepared if Marley is coming back. Erwin knows that Marley has lots of Titans to attack them with, and without Eren, the Armored Titan is a huge problem to them since their blades don't do anything to it. Hanji says that she might have a plan to combat the Armored Titan. The scouts work on weapons that can pierce through and destroy the Armored Titan's armor. Hanji calls them Thunder Spears. The Servant Corps has sense in all of their Titan shifters. The scouts report back and get ready to defend any attack. Marley sends Zeke and Pieck to go and find the wall, and once they do, Zeke will transform, destroying the wall and giving Marley the signal to attack. Pieck is also wearing the armor for a Titan and has soldiers manning the turrets to defend them from anyone who tries to attack. Zeke and Pieck are making their way to the wall and they're going through the forest of giant trees, and as they're making their way, and Armin are using the Thunder Spears to attack Pieck, and Levi is using the sword to attack Zeke. The soldiers who are on the turrets can attack the scouts, and the scouts are using their maneuvering gear to get directly above them and attack with the Thunder Spears. They manage to take down the Card Titan, and Pieck's body is showing, which makes Zeke unable to transform since he could kill her. Mikasa shoots one more Thunder Spear, killing Pieck and other soldiers. Zeke has no choice. Levi, Mikasa, and Armin have successfully defeated Zeke, and they have the syringe with them, so one of them can inherit the Titan powers. They all decide on Armin inheriting the power and give Armin the injection. Levi and Mikasa stand back and let Armin turn into a Titan and eat Zeke. Armin eats Zeke and now he has the Colossal, Attack, and Founding Titan and the rest of the scouts. Marley is still waiting for Zeke's signal, but it's taking a while and they start to get worried and they send some soldiers, alongside Porco Gilliard, the current holder of the Jaw Titan, so the scouts are ready to head towards Marley's location to attack. Armin is ready and they discuss a bit alongside with the other soldiers they sent. Gilliard is in shock and is filled with rage, but soldiers who are with him tell him that they need to head back and report with the rest of the army. As they're making their way back, one of the soldiers that are with Gilliard gets killed. His head was sliced off by Levi. Gilliard turns around and as soon as he sees Levi, immediately charges at him, as the soldiers that are with Gilliard fire at Levi. But then the rest of the soldiers that are with Gilliard die in an explosion. Most shoot him all at once, as Gilliard is in shock that mere humans are attacking him, a Titan, like it's no big deal. Gilliard manages to survive that huge attack, but the scouts don't hold back and fire once more with the Thunder Spears and kill him. After the battle, Levi tells everyone to get ready to head to Marley's army. Erwin, Hanji, and Mikasa are with the rest of the Servant Corps waiting for close enough to Marley's army and kills a few of their soldiers when he transforms. Armin mainly attacks the soldiers and leaves the scouts to handle the Armored Titan and Beast Titan. But Armin manages to crush the Warhammer Titan, but it keeps regenerating, even though Armin crushed its neck. While this is happening, Erwin, Hanji, Mikasa, and the rest of the scouts charge the Armored Titan. Reiner underestimated them, thinking that they can't hurt him with their swords, but then gets 2 Thunder Spears shot at his jaw, breaking it. The scouts keep attacking and shoot more Thunder Spears, one which hits the Armored Titan's eye. Reiner is stunned and they're doing damage to him and breaking his armor. Bertol sees Reiner in trouble and goes to help him, when suddenly he can't see anything. His eyes were cut by Levi. Bertold is confused on how he suddenly can't see anything, and then suddenly falls to his knees as his feet were cut by Levi. Levi cuts Bertold out of his Titan form before Bertold can protect himself, and Levi kills him. Reiner sees his friend die immediately, but then Hanji shoots another Thunder Spear to Reiner's eye, blinding him. The process. Armin manages to kill a lot of the Marleyan soldiers, but with the Warhammer Titan is still a problem. He picks up the Warhammer Titan and sees something attached to it, and it's leading underground. Armin detaches that and makes the body of the Warhammer Titan unable to move. Still of the Titan Shifter of the Warhammer Titan killing her, the last Marleyan soldier, and winning the war. After the war, the scouts pay their respects to their fallen comrades. Erwin talks to Mikasa place, and Mikasa finds a drawer, but then sees a keyhole and thinks that they need the key that Eren had to open it. They find the book, and Mikasa opens it and discovers the information that Grisha left behind. After looking into the basement, they all leave. But before Mikasa leaves as well, she leaves her scarf there. Hey everyone, thank you all for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, comment down what you thought of the video, and subscribe for more. Peace.